Hello, hello. Happy Black History Month. My name is Moni, and this is my sign name. I'm very excited to join in as a special guest on DJ's cooking show. See all those different kinds of ingredients? What are we going to be doing with those? We'll be making seafood mac and cheese. How are we going to do that? I will show you step by step, so you can do it at home. The first step is to grab a large pot and fill it halfway with water. Not full, just halfway. Then sprinkle a pinch of white salt and a little olive oil to the water. Turn on the heat and watch for the water to boil. Once it's boiling, add in the pasta. You can either use macaroni pasta or shell pasta for this recipe. It's up to you. I went and decided to use shell pasta. Ah, look, the water is boiling. It's time to move on to step 2, which is adding in your pasta. All right, while your pasta is cooking in the water, let's move on, and I'll show you how to make the rest of the mac and cheese. The third step is going to be adding 1 stick of butter to a small pot. Next, take the VELVEETA cheese, cut it up into small pieces. It says around 1 ounce in size. Go ahead and toss it in the pot with the butter and take a look. You want to make sure to stir the butter and cheese until it's nice and smooth, and then remove it from the heat to prevent the cheese from burning. Our pasta is done. Now, we'll take a strainer and rinse the pasta in cold water. The reason we're using cold water is it helps the pasta not to stick together. We want the pasta to come out not sticky and ready to go. Go ahead and pour the pasta into the strainer and rinse it with cold water. It's looking perfect. Move it around to make sure that all the pasta is rinsed off. In a medium bowl, we'll pour in the can of cream of chicken. Next, add in a can of cream of celery. Now, pour in the melted VELVEETA cheese and butter. And mix it all together. Once we're done, we'll add in 1 can of evaporated milk. One can is 1 cup of the evaporated milk. And then mix in evenly. Next, add in half the package of finely shredded sharp cheddar cheese. Just half, and then save the other half for sprinkling over the top of the dish before it goes into the oven. Add in half the package of finely shredded Colby and Monterey Jack cheese. And set it aside. Mix it up. The next step is going to be taking the shell pasta. You can see how it's not sticky. It's perfect form, not too soft. It's not sticking together. It came out perfect. Cold water did its job. Pour the shells into your baking dish. Make sure all the shells are in. Then what you're going to do is take your shrimp and layer evenly over the pasta shells. You're going to be taking 2 cans of the crab meat. And this you can buy at any grocery store. Layer the crab meat over the shrimp. And then go ahead and stir those together. You can also add in some crawfish tails. Unfortunately, when I went to the store, they were all out. But no big deal. I went ahead and just used the crab meat and shrimp for tonight. Once we're done with this step, we'll move on to adding some seasonings to the bowl of our creamy cheese mixture. Adding seasonings is optional. If you don't want the added flavor, go ahead and add the creamy cheese to the pasta and pop it in the oven. If you would like to add some seasoning, I'll show you what kind you can use. The first is some black pepper. I added in 1 teaspoon of the black pepper. After adding that 1 teaspoon, I'll add in the Cajun pepper. I poured in 2 teaspoons. The last seasoning is shrimp seasoning. I use my own mix of this shrimp seasoning, but you can use this brand of shrimp bouillon. Add 2 teaspoons of the shrimp bouillon or shrimp seasoning. We added this in because we already have shrimp in the pasta and this will enhance the flavor. I can't wait to try this at home. It is a must try. Go ahead and stir the seasoning and creamy cheese mixture. And then pour over the pasta. And make sure you mix it in really well. I'm stirring gently because I don't want to push any of the mac and cheese over the edge and have it fall onto the floor. Run your spoon over the top to smooth out the pasta evenly. Once you've finished mixing it up really well, it's time to add the other half of the shredded cheese on top. Add both the cheddar cheese and the Colby Jack cheese. The last step is going to be sprinkling paprika on top. Then take a sheet of foil and cover over the top and around the edges. Oh, it's heavy. It's going to be perfect for a family meal. Once you've popped it in the oven, set the timer for 45 minutes. Thank you for watching. Happy Black History Month. Bye-bye.